It's a long list, Johnny. Yeah, Shane has responded favorably to treatment today. We expect him back in the lineup tomorrow. And as he's been dealing with this issue for quite a while, we fully expect him to have to deal with it, but it's not to the point to disable him.
You had mentioned that it had happened the inning before. Was it on that fly ball that he made the catch?
Yeah, that's when he felt it first start to come on. So further going down the line, with the ground balls when he felt it further. But like I said, he's come in today feeling better than I think he even anticipated after coming out last night. So we're hopeful and expect him to be in the lineup tomorrow.
John, is it the kind of thing that it can't be fully resolved unless he had an extended period of rest and you balance that against needing him out on the field?
Well, if there was abnormal risk for losing him for a lengthy period of time, we wouldn't put him in the lineup. We would disable him and we would give it the appropriate time needed, but through our therapists, through the medical staff, and with Shane's involvement in the conversation and feedback on what he's feeling, there's a comfort level in keeping him active and keeping him in the lineup daily. So it's a situation that he's managing, and our medical staff is confident that he's not at risk further to long-term issues.
In recent outings, you or Harris had some remarkably efficient innings, which leads me to two questions. One is, what does he do well at least? The second is, how does that affect his availability? I mean, obviously not going to use him 4 or 5 days in a row, but does that make him more available more frequently?
Well, if Koji were to answer that same question, he'd tell you he's ready for 6 days in a row. That's what he's stated. But he has been, and not just this year, I think if you look back to when he was with Texas and Baltimore, he's been extremely efficient. He's a quality strike thrower, and there's a difference between quality strikes and just strikes in general. And he's so deceptive with that split that it's not uncommon to see 8 to 11 pitch innings. And so that does give us the ability to use him, whether it's on consecutive days, 3 days in a row, in which we've done, but all that is in conjunction with how he feels and what he states. But I think I mentioned it previously, when you see him work in here after a game in which he's pitched an inning, there's a reason why he keeps himself in such great shape. He's got a great work ethic.
Would you have to monitor, because he's 38 years old, will you monitor him more closely than somebody who was 28?
It's, the monitoring, Johnny, is the same interactions. It's daily with a given guy. And I think because of what Koji has experienced over a long career, he's probably more willing to tell you maybe a little bit more accurately and not try to be a hero, for lack of a better way of describing it. So we're well in tune with Koji and his needs.
Was that a hard decision between Snyder and Holt?
Well, yeah, because both guys are playing well. The fact is, with Steven coming back to us, a left-handed hitter, the right-handed guy on the bench fits a little bit better, and that was expressed and explained to Brock. But he gave us everything that we could have hoped for in the time that he was here, and probably solidifies further why he was so sought after in the trade during the wintertime. And he's a valuable player, and he's got a place here as we go forward.